Bon dia, benvinguts a l'acte de presentació del nou...
Good morning and welcome to the presentation event for the new Camp Nou. I would like to welcome all our viewers through TV and on the webpage of Football Club Barcelona. The best scenario for holding this event is this stadium with this intense green, although it's wet today. We don't have a great weather today, but still it's going to be a historic event. Often, actually, in football, rain is associated, is related to a quick and fast game, and so the style of Football Club Barcelona can be brighter. So we would like to thank the presence of all of our guests and the players and technical staff of the first team who had practice this morning after winning yesterday in Riazor. Congratulations to you all. So, going into the gist of this topic today, the Espai Barça is now heading its path. We knew about the new Palau Blaugrana a few weeks ago, and the Ministeri will be sent to Sant Joan d'Espí. Actually, the construction works already started there. And today we're going to discover the new Camp Nou, the jewel, the gem of the Barça space, Espai Barça, and which will be a reality on the season 2021-2022. And today will be the first day in which all Barça fans will know in detail how their new home will be like. It has to do with this discovery today, this huge and mysterious metal box we've got here. You must be curious about, and right away we will know what's in it. So thanks to the privileged vision 60 years ago of Francesc Mitjans, the architect of the stadium, and the rigidity of the current stadium, the new Camp Nou will be built on the pillars of the current stadium, and it will be done stepwise, so while they can still play here. Now we will see the footage, the images of the evolution of Camp Nou since the first referendum, when the members decided whether they would buy or not this land in Les Corts, which was an inhospitable territory in Barcelona. So the evolution goes together with football, with the best footballers, with historic nights. With the referendum to the members, the Camp Nou was formed, a project that would change the life of the club forever.
El somni començava a ser una realitat. L'arquitecte Francesc Mitjans, gràcies a la seva visió privilegiada, va crear un estadi espectacular. Un estadi a l'alçada de l'equip que jugava aleshores, el mític 11 de les 5 copes.
Back then, the 11 players of the 5 cups.
I van anar arribant nous jugadors que van fer que el somni dels barcelonistes cada vegada es fes més gran.
Barça supporters bigger and bigger.
Tant va ser així que l'any 1982 l'estadi es va haver d'ampliar. Amb nous jugadors, els somnis continuaven fent-se realitat. Fins i tot vam tenir un equip que vam anomenar Dream Team.
Refurbishing an extension of the first
que va tornar a fer petit l'estadi.
This team again made the stadium seem too small.
Encara no ho havíem vist tot. Una colla de jugadors, molts d'ells sortits de la Masia, van fer que el Camp Nou visqués emocions mai viscudes. I la història continua.
story goes on.
Amb un equip que és referent de joc en l'àmbit mundial, necessitem un estadi que es converteixi en un referent per a tot el món. Així neix un estadi de somni. Així neix el nou Camp Nou, un somni obert al món.
So after this great review of the history of Camp Nou, its great stars and goals, you remember that goal against Atletico de Bilbao in the final. Now we will call on the stage José María Bartomeu, President of Football Club Barcelona, to address a few words. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for being with us here today in such a special occasion and a day that will be in the history of our club. I would like to thank you for being here. I can see many familiar faces, of course, our players, our heroes, but also familiar faces of players that are part of the history of the club. I believe this video was a clear example of what Barça means, what we are, and what we want to keep on being. I would also like to thank the presence of authorities from the world of football. Javier, thank you very much for being here, but also Chevron Pratt, president of UEFA. I would like to thank all of you people in the world of football to be here today with Barça, with this club that is and wants to keep on being great in this very special occasion. Today we present you with the new Camp Nou, which is the main piece of this Barça space, this Espai Barça, this ambitious project, which is really exciting for us all. But also, I know that you are also aware of the news of what our team does, and we can still win 2 titles. Of course, we are all alert, and we are right to be alert. We have our players here, and I thank you for being here today after the trip yesterday and the practice this morning. But they need our support, the support of everyone, so that we also make this dream come true this year of winning the league and the cup. But for us, the board of directors, we are also alert and we support them, but we have to keep on managing Barça, all of it. And we also have the obligation to keep it up and work in other scopes like the financial and social spheres, and we work every day to make that a reality. So we are proud today to present you with the winning proposal of the contest held to choose the project for the new Camp Nou. This project got many candidates in the contest, many submissions from the best architect firms in the world. I would like to thank all of them for their excitement, their participation, their willingness, and their teachings also, because we've learned from all of them. It has been a great job, job well done. But then, of course, finally, we all know that we awarded the winning team was the Nikensi Came and Pasquale Serd. I would like to thank also the work of the jury, the job of the jury, for their involvement, their commitment, the time they devoted, because it was an awful lot of hours and time. So we've got the Dean of the Architects Guild, Mr. Comeron. He's been a guide for all of us during all this process, but also Arcadi Pla, Joan Foldes, members of the Guild, Aurora Lopez, also from the City Council, and Juan Pablo Mitjans, who is the son of Francesc Mitjans, the architect of the current stadium. And for over these months and weeks, he's been protecting the work done by his father. So today, Jordi Moix and myself will tell you about this project. We'll watch some videos, we'll hear from the authors, and we'll see this model Bernat Soler was telling us about before. But before assessing what this new Camp Nou will mean, I would like to discuss what the current Camp Nou means for us and for Barça. We've seen this in the presentation video before. It's been 66 years since 1950 when we held this first referendum in November, in which Barça, as a club in a difficult time, in a dictatorship, the club with its democratic spirit, which has always been in our spirit, fostered one of the main decisions in history. At that time, two presidents, Agustí Montalvo Lobart and afterwards Francesc Millor Sanz, were part of this purchase of land and the construction work of that stadium, of that arena. We also had a dream team back then with 5 cups and with this universal crack, Kubala, and a social mass with an increasing commitment. At that time, when it was opened in 1957, Camp Nou made possible a great leap forward in the history of Barça, and it became the best arena in Europe, the largest one and probably the best one in the world. A stadium which was ahead of its time from an architectural point of view and which was almost a prophecy. It was and is still the pride of Barça supporters because this is our home. But this arena, this Camp Nou, in which we are sitting today, is getting old. Time has gone by, and what was the best stadium, the best arena in the world back then is no longer that. Other clubs have built better, more modern stadiums with new technologies, with new facilities, easier for visitors and spectators. But this is why in the last 20 years, and I would like to commend here the previous boards of directors. So there's been projects in the last 20 years, but for different reasons they have not moved forward to improve Camp Nou. So our architectural gem is not immune to the passage of time, and we've lost too much time so far since the refurbishment, since the opening of the state. There's been reviews and refurbishments, but now there's no more room for improvement. In fact, 40% of the stadium, you should know, has not been even touched in 1957. So a club as ours, which is considered to be one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world, also should have the best stadium, best arena in the world. And it also deserves a better stadium, the city of Barcelona, our city, a cosmopolitan, Mediterranean, open, creative city, a bright city, one of the most beautiful in the world. And I believe that this new Camp Nou will also be an icon for the city and for people and for visitors coming here who want to visit it. So in this new Espai Barça, in this new Barça space, everyone will win. Barça will win because we will have a unique stadium unlike anything in the world, and which will be a reference for the future of other stadiums. Also, players will win because they will have the best facilities available for the practice of football. Our economy will also win because we will generate more income. But above all, the members and supporters and visitors will win because this will be a new stadium adapted to the needs of the modern world with facilities, public spaces for cohabitation and welcoming of both young and old. And of course, the district, the Les Corts district, will win within the city of Barcelona because it will have a new green area open to the community with facilities built with the top criteria for sustainability and accessibility. This will be an open, appealing Camp Nou, and which will very likely become a new icon for the city of Barcelona, and which will have side point, 360 side point, from which all the Barça space can be seen, as well as the whole city of Barcelona from the sea to the mountain. Our club, Football Club Barcelona, and the city of Barcelona, we need to keep on walking together. We need to join our efforts, creating synergies and growing together, because Barça is an economic driver for the city of Barcelona. Its impact on the economy has grown in the last few years. Just a couple of seasons ago, we did this study with Deloitte, and Barça meant 1.2% of the city's GDP. Now it's already 1.5, we've updated that, so over 900 million euros for the city. And that was the goal we wanted to accomplish once the Barça space was over, but it has actually been achieved before we even start the project. So it is a driving force for the city, and we create a lot of jobs for the city as well. So today, when presenting this new project for the new Camp Nou, which is a fusion of Japanese and Catalan architecture, it's been inspired from everything Francesc Mitjans did with the current Camp Nou. Everything he did has inspired us, and we will see that in this model. But still, there's a lot of work ahead. We're just getting started. We also need to bring in the city council for this metropolitan general plan, and we also need to work on the mini stadium, the mini study we will have in Sant Joan d'Espí, and we also need to design the Palau Blaugrana, the basketball court arena, and also the new Camp Nou. But we also will work to bring down our debt and to look for the best financing proposals, as it was approved by 73.4% in the referendum in 2014. And we will do all of these without jeopardizing the abilities of the sports project and without selling not a foot of our land. I hope you will enjoy what you will see today, and we are excited to share with you this collective dream, this dream of the Espai Barça, this dream of the new Camp Nou, which will be a reality if things go well in 2022. This dream is a great challenge for us because we need to do it with the greatest responsibility, rigor, conviction, excitement, and pride. Thank you very much. Thank you, President Bartomeu. I would like to remind you that on March 8th, the jury of the Barça space selected the winning proposal for the new Camp Nou. According to the jury, this is an open, serene, democratic proposal. We will see that right away. The Japanese firm Nikken Seikei is one of the most relevant architecture firms in the world with over 100 years of history, whereas Joan Pasqual and Ramon Naucio have also a long experience in Barcelona and Catalonia in residential projects, offices and hotels. In order to get to know better who is going to be responsible of this gem of Espai Barça, the new Camp Nou, we will watch a video in which we have some information about the architects, authors of the new Camp Nou.
Catalan culture and Japanese culture has strong similarities. The attitude to work, design and life.
The Camp Nou and FC Barcelona has a long history and has a strong identity.
El projecte havia de recollir simultàniament aquests dos àmbits, l'estadi i la ciutat.
The vision of FC Barcelona is Mesca un club. The vision of Nikken Seikei is Mesca creative. Nikken Seikei was established in 1900. We have undertaken more than 25,000 projects all over the world in 40 countries.
És un matrimoni ben avingut. Parlem d'arquitectes a arquitectes. Això ha permès entendre'ns molt bé amb ells. Nosaltres coneixem el que és el Barça, el que representa el Barça, i sabem el que representa el Barça per Barcelona.
This is a very important project for me because this is our first project in Europe.
For Japanese, the center of the modern architecture is always Europe. Our design is delivered from only the essence of the original state.
El projecte és molt respectuós amb l'obra de l'arquitecte Mitjans de l'any 57.
We both have a great respect for history.
El bonic de l'estadi era la secció, i agafant-la i girant-la cap a fora, automàticament veien que l'estadi s'obria cap a la ciutat. I ens va semblar que ja el teníem, que era això.
We want to make the free open space around the stadium, like a large origami, carefully arranged not to disturb the flow of the people into the stadium.
La solució de l'estadi és seguir el camí iniciat al mitjans. I en aquest sentit vam dir, el clima de Barcelona ho admet, ho obrim, deixem tot això diàfan. I el que fa únic, diferent.
People can enjoy Mediterranean climate. When I see this Mediterranean sea, I feel liberty or freedom.
I en aquest sentit és temporal, això no passarà de moda. El soci se seguirà trobant a casa seva, és a dir, no veurà la diferència, notarà les millores.
We want to make the stadium that Sochi wants and that Sochi enjoys.
El seu estadi és només l'expressió de com és el propi Barça. És únic i és diferent. I així serà el Camp Nou.
It will be a very unique stadium in the world. No other stadium in the world.
New Camp Nou, a dream open to the world. So we've met the architects responsible for the new Camp Nou. Now we'll need to know about the developments of the new Espai Barça and some of the details of the new Camp Nou. Jordi Moix, the commissioner directive of the new Barça space, the new Espai Barça, will tell us about that. So if you can come to the stage, up to the stage, and he will share more details of this new construction we will be discovering little by little. This looks nice. This is one of the days you feel better about being a Barca supporter. Some days a little harder as a member of the board, and some others are better, like today. So I was thinking how I could explain today the details. We will be explaining later. And I was thinking about the first time I came to Camp Nou with my father, and what really shocked me when I got here was how green was the lawn, the green, because I had only watched it on TV, so I was really shocked. And the problem is that these members of the board, between 50 and 60, we didn't see the opening of the study, but we have close people who saw it in its birth. And we've also seen a winning team in this stadium that was built. So our challenge was, having ruled out the options of going elsewhere, we decided we would stay here, and as approved in the referendum, build the stadium on the same structure. We wanted to have the same of both worlds, the best of both worlds, keep the best of what we had and look towards the future, and that was the what we requested from the architect firms. We wanted to cover the stadium, that all the seats had similar features, so we could also create service space and facilities to provide our visitors with the best experience, and do this without spending more than was budgeted. So we did this project and we chose the winning option. How was this solution? Why did we choose it? Well, the reflection we did, which we conveyed everyone, is that the stadium has good things, and we said, what's good about the stadium? Why, after 60 years, this stadium is appealing to us. Just believe it's a 100,000 seat stadium. There's only Wembley and a few others like this, and it doesn't look that big, like everything is closer together. The secret for that comes from Mitterrand's proposal in 1957. So what I always do after a game, when everyone leaves and there's a silence, I reproduce that silence. And if you notice, today it's been raining, so we can't see it right, but the second row of stands has a proportion in size, and the curve it produces is such that everyone is at the same distance of the green, and it is large without seeming so. And the second architectural feature for this structure is that this second row of stands, the integration with the cover, with the marquee, has an angle which is wonderful and which looks modern even 60 years after. So after having analyzed all the proposals, and some of them were great, as the president said, and actually in May we'll have an exhibition with all the proposals in the Architects Association of Barcelona, so that people can see the work that has been done, the exceptional work that has been done by all of the firms and participants. This is the one that call most our attention after analyzing it for some months with the technical commission. We reviewed the budget and everything. So this proposal, this angle we have between the second stands and the marquee, which is the best place, we said, why don't we transfer these outside? So we propose a stadium in which the circulation rings. The worst thing about the stadium is that everything is mixed up inside and you get lost and it's old. So let's clean that up, make it more transparent with less levels. And this angle in the cover, in the marquee, let's bring it out to the ceilings of these rings. And given that we have the same proportion, we won't have any facade. We won't cover it. We will open this to the district, to the community, to the city. The best that's inside, let's bring it outside also to the city. So this facade, will we be able to explain this to all our members and supporters? Because we wanted this solution. We wanted everyone to own this solution. So we were generating these terraces, these balconies we wouldn't have if we covered the facade. Also an easier construction, because if you don't have a facade, then the execution of the works is much easier, because we need to do this as we play. We will not stop playing at any time. We will have some cumbersome mobilities at some point, but we will keep on playing. And it also followed the Mediterranean and Barcelonian spirit of opening the inside of the building to the whole Barca space and to the city. It was also fit to the costs, to the budget. So after reviewing everything, we got together with the jury, we've reviewed the pros and cons of all the solutions submitted, and we were all convinced that this proposal by Ramon Auxio and Nikan Sikei reproduced the best of what we had, and also suggested a stadium that, unlike all the stadiums we've been playing in recently, it doesn't have a facade as such, and we believe this is going to be a worldwide reference in the world of architecture. So you will be able to see this in the model at once and then in the exhibition with all the details. And finally, I would like to address you and all of our members and supporters. Bear in mind, we have a winning project in our hands, a spectacular project. There's a lot of work ahead, a lot of it. We're closing now the agreement with the city, with the community. We're working with them to tell them about all the features of this space, and we have always said that this is a project not just for the club but for the whole city, like when we had the Olympics 25 years ago, when we got together to work. That's the direction we're walking in now as well. And we would also like to request from the members and supporters to really support us, because it will be difficult for 4 years with the construction works and everything. We all have a coach inside, all the Barca supporters, and also we have an architect inside, so there will be all kinds of opinions, but I believe that it is an exciting proposal, and with your support we will be able to bring it forward to make this club the best club in the world, as it is also for the next 100 years. So thank you very much. Hail Barça and Hail Catalonia. And now we will watch a video with some detail and some schematic detail on the development, on the evolution of these construction works. Summer, June, July, first year. Season, September to May, first year. Summer, June, July, second year. Season, September to May, second year. Summer, June, July, third year. Season, September to May, third year. Summer, June, July, fourth year. New Camp Nou, a dream open to the world. So, as a remark, of course, an image is worth 1,000 words, but you can see this is a spectacular challenge. We will make it, and we will make it right. And how to do it while we play is one of the greatest challenges, but we are really ahead with the proposal for the execution of the second row of stands and the first row of stands. And again, it will be a spectacular challenge, and hopefully we will have this done as soon as possible, so that you keep on making us as happy as in the last years. Thank you for your attention. Thank you, Jordi Bosch, and please stay here on stage, Mr. Moix. Don't go, because now the start time arrives. We are about to unveil the model of the new Camp Nou, so we would like to have here José María Bartomeu, as well as Messi, Mascherano, Iniesta, and Busquets, so that and all of them to be behind this ball. There's a push button in it, so if you can place yourselves around it, don't feel ashamed. So you can place your hands on the ball, and also we've got the coach, Luis Enrique. We will have a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and this is the model of the new Camp Nou.
És una maqueta feta a tot.
This model was built in Tokyo. It weighs 70 kilos. It's been brought from Japan in 20 boxes on a plane, of course, prepared by 20 people for 4 weeks. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's 15,000 tiny spectators. That's just a part of what we will have in the new Camp Nou. So this is a more loyal picture of what the new Camp Nou will be like. So thank you, President, directives, members of the board, players and coach. I would ask now the captain of the first team, Andres Iniesta, if you can be with us here today. Good morning. So you've been trained here at home. You've been a Barça player and fan forever. So what does this project mean for you? Well, for me, as for everyone, I believe this is a very important step ahead for the club and its history. Having a stadium like this one will keep on being a reference for one of the best clubs in the world, the best one for many. So I believe this is great news for everyone. And we will enjoy it in different ways, of course. Some of us playing, and some others watching. You will be playing or watching? I wouldn't rule that out. I don't know. I'll see Messi. So you have played in many arenas and stadiums, the main ones around the world. Is there anyone such as Camp Nou, so open, so special? Well, we've been lucky to play in many stadiums, many different stadiums. But of course, seeing the future stadium, I believe that it will be unique. And as I said, it will be a reference. Okay, thank you very much, Andres. And we hope we can enjoy also this stadium with you playing on it. Why not? So we will now watch some footage. Ahead in time, we've seen the construction, we've seen the model, and now we will see in more detail what will this new Camp Nou be like. Being a Barça supporter, being a Barça fan is the best thing there is.
Ser del Barça és el millor que
Being
hi
a
ha.
Barça fan is the best thing there is.
És un sentiment
It's
tan
such
gran que es mereixia un nou
intense
estadi
feeling
on encabir tanta
that
passió
we
per
need a
uns
huge
colors.
stadium to fit in all the passion for our colors.
Un estadi
A
obert a
stadium
tothom,
open to
a la
everyone,
ciutat
to the
i al
city
món,
and to the world,
i respectuós amb el que sempre hem
respectful
sigut.
with
Som
what we have always
i serem.
been, what we are and what we will be.
Un estadi que acollirà més de 100.000 barcelonistes que porten al cor l'equip més admirat del planeta i on la passió
in which
blaugrana
Barça
s'amplificarà
passion
com mai.
will be amplified as ever.
Aquí volem continuar
We
fent
want to
història.
keep on making history here.
I aquí
We
volem
want
continuar
to
fent
keep on
somiar
making
el
the
món
world
sencer.
dream.
Bona nit a tothom i benvinguts al nou Camp Nou.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the new Camp Nou. New Camp Nou, a
Un
dream
somni
open
obert
to the
al
world.
món.
Well, we have seen the model. It's now open. You can see the inside view of the stand. And now that we have this perspective, we can have a photo session. We will have also the players and the technical staff of the first team of Barça. Many of them, they will not want to retire because they will want to play in this stadium, I believe. So if you can come back up to the stage so that we can take these pictures with the new Camp Nou model. Please distribute around the tables. Again, this model was built at the Nikon Seikei office in Tokyo. It weighs 70 kilos, and now split up, it is as long as a car, as a conventional car. And it's the first reproduction we've got of this new Camp Nou, which will be opened in the season 2021-2022. Okay, so thank you, players, technical staff, and hopefully you will be able to celebrate many successes in this new stadium. I will now call up to the stage the president, Josep Maria Bartomeu, Jordi Moix, and the architects, Joan Pasqual, Ramona Ushuai, Tadao Kamei, and Takayuki Katsuya, to also take a picture with the model of the new stadium. So president, commissioner, member of the board, and architect in charge of the project, congratulations for the job. Well done. So this Catalan-Japanese union with Barça as a vertebrating axis. That's the glue between it. Okay, thank you very much. So the architects can go back to their seats, and I would now ask President Bartomeu. We will also have a picture with former players and with people from the board after the event, when Jordi Moix and Josep Maria Bartomeu have given the press conference. It will hopefully be a short press conference, limited to this new Camp Nou project and what we are presenting today. But still, I am a journalist, but we'll skip that rule I set myself, and I will ask President if after the not 8 of yesterday, you think the league title is closer. Yes, I made a little reference to the current news. So yes, league is close. It's at the tip of our hands. It's there. It's always been there. There's only 4 matches to go, and I'm convinced after listening to the experts like Robert Fernandez that we need to win all 4 teams and keep our goal without scoring any goal. So we will get it for sure. Okay, so now we will start this press conference on the Espai Barça, the Barça space at the new Camp Nou. If there's no questions, it's okay. There's a problem with microphone?
Bon dia, senyor Moix.
Good morning, Mr. Moix, Mr. President. Congratulations for the project. I am from Barça TV. My question is, before the presentation, the submission of all projects, there were a number of studies for some time, including the requirements, the project in this context. I would like to know whether this study was important to see the final outcome, which is this model of Camp Nou. Well, not important, but crucial, essential. That was one of the main factors in this process, which has been around 10 months long. We needed to give a tender document with all of the definition of what we wanted, all the requirements, all things we needed and we used, discussing it with all the departments in the club so that the architects, when submitting their proposal, there should be what's the physical reality of the stadium, what's the structure, the layout of the seats, the members, and so on. That was essential so that their proposal would fit. And also it had to be cost efficient. The cost estimation at first was a little beyond what was decided in the referendum, so all these proposals were reviewed, taking out some secondary things so that it would stay in budget. Yes, Victor Lozano, Onda Cero. This new stadium, well, the differential point of this new stadium is that it doesn't have an outside facade. Could you give us some more details on that? But there's a lot of, air draft here, so this will probably have an impact on people. Will it be comfortable? With the drafts and the wind, will this be covered, or it will be really free, really open? Well, you asked this to me some time ago, so now Jordi Moix will answer today. Yes, thank you for that question. We have to bear in mind that the space we are creating with these terraces is much more than what we have beneath the marquee, the facade of the new of the Camp Nou. So there will be more space, actually, although it doesn't seem so. We will not cover it from the outside, but with the inside, with the inner spaces in this big terrace, there will be conditioned spaces closed with glasses, with glass walls. So a part will be more outside, like a terrace, like a balcony, also covered, because it will be beneath the ceiling of the top floor, but there will also be glass-walled spaces, but no membrane or blind cover. But inside, yes, there will be spaces and places not to get wet when it rains. And also all the vertical communications will be in the perimeter at several points of the ellipses of the facilities, and this allows us to clean up all of the inside so that it is more transparent and comfortable for walking around and for all the activities we want to hold there. Hello, from Radio Marca. First, I would like to ask, you were talking about debt. I believe it's 328 million debt now. In the presentation of Espai Barça, you said it should be below 200. So is this going to prevent the construction works to start in 2017? And also, if you could tell us, if you could tell me in Spanish, what do you think about the Not 8 result yesterday, and what do you think about the league? Well, I said that in the presentation. We've got time, but there's a lot of work to be done with the design and the layouts and the blueprints. This is just a start. Before we start the work, the debt of the club is going to be reduced down to 100 millions, and we will also be looking for the best sponsors and title rights, which is going to fund partly the work. So that's our commitment. We will not start an excessive expenditure project for Espai Barça without bringing down our level of debt, and also with the naming rights and the title rights. So we're not going to jeopardize, as I said, the project of the club, and we're not going to sell square foot of our land. We want to keep on growing and keep on getting stronger. As for the game yesterday, I said that before. Of course, the goal of winning the league and the cup this year is clear. There's not many games left, and of course our players have our support and the support of all our fans until the end of the season. And again, the objective is to keep our goal clean with no goals against for the next 4 matches. So I'm convinced we're going to win. We just need to support our players. Hello, I would like you to explain about this sky deck, this 360 sky deck. How is it going to be? What is it going to be like? And as for the debt, if we get to 2017 and the debt is not below 200 million euros, then the construction works will not start. Well, I believe we've explained about the debt. This is a commitment from the referendum. Now about the sky deck, or the walkway as we call it as well. We're really excited about it because in the top part of this stadium, I don't know if you can see it on the model, this space over here, the top floor, the terrace, this is a sky deck, now 950 meters in diameter, which goes all around the stadium. And you can stop by, look of course into the stadium, the Barca space, but also the city of Barcelona, the mountains, the sea, and enjoy it. This is why we are saying this is going to be a meeting point not only for Barca supporters and Barca fans and football fans, but also all year round for all visitors of the city, because it will be an icon of the city. And this walkway, this sky deck, will be a really useful space and place for everyone to visit.
The financial side, I mean, how much will it cost? How will be financed? And if you consider to have any new name sponsorship, like some other, some other European stadiums, you know.
Well, one of our objectives, of course, is to finance all these works of the Nou Camp Nou. Not only the Nou Camp Nou, all the Espai Barça, with a title rights agreement with any company. Right now there is a company called Barner, based in New York, that is working on this project and looking for it. We are not still in the market, openly working, looking for a title right company, but we will be soon. It was important for us, first of all, to choose the architects of the Nou Palau and also the architects of the Nou Camp Nou. Now that the projects are clear and we know what we want, now will be time to go to the market and find it. Without a title rights agreement, without a limit of debt around 200 million euros, we will not start the project. But we have time, because now we have a lot to work, a lot to design, a lot of drawings to do. Nick and CK and Pascual Ausio have a lot of work in the next coming months, so we have time to reduce the debts. So this is not going to be a problem for us.
Xavi Campos de Catalunya Ràdio.
Hello, congratulations. And once we've got all the details, can we estimate what will be the impact on members so that they can keep on coming to the games with no problems, and also the building of the new Camp Nou? How many more members will be released? How many more people wanting to be a member and having a seat appointed will have it? Well, we just chose the proposal, so what you're asking is just one of the things we need to get deeper in. We just have this pre-project, this architectural proposal, and now with everyone in the club, one of the subject matters we have to work in. One is the physical execution, and we will developing that for 8 to 10 months. And with this executive project more specified, then we will define all the impacts, the match days, and so on and so forth. And as we get closer to the start of the works, we will have a dissemination program of about how will things work during the construction work phase in the stadium. And as for the impacts and the waiting list for new members, when we execute it and we have the snapshot of the members we've got at that time, the release seats and so on, then we will start working and explaining everything. It is very important to how to do this as we did with the Olympics. That's always the example I give. It was bothersome, but everyone was excited because we were building our future. So it's the same thing here now. In the first 12 to 18 months, we will define and explain all of these details. Good morning. During the presentation, I believe you said that you were about to close an agreement with the city council. You had a good relationship. What's the current situation between the club and the city council? It's optimal, meaning that the technical teams of the club and the city council, all the planning teams have held some meetings, some working meetings with the proposals that bring life to all the Barça space and integrates this Barça space with all of the community around it. So we are working on this working document, perfecting the details. In parallel, we have had meetings. We have held meetings with the community representatives, because of course the proposal of the referendum was to open all of the land to the community, to the district, and to the city. So we are now in this advanced phase of specifying this document, and also in parallel we already started last year, and we're doing now it with the new city council, with all the political parties, with their technical people, so that they know the variables of what we're working in, because our goal and our ambition is to have a unanimous agreement with all the political parties in the city council and the club. So we are making progress, really good progress. Yes, a couple of questions. The first one: have you've studied many other stadiums around Europe? So what would be the additional income of a new stadium? And the second one is more conceptual. Will this also involve an increase in the members' monthly payment? Well, when we did this study with Deloitte 2 years ago, in which we estimated an increase in the income, and we thought that before, we had some figures before starting to build the Espai Barça. Well, we thought it would be after Espai Barça, and already before building it, we already have it. We believe it's going to be like 50 million more income, this new Camp Nou, around this 50 million. But having seen how things go, hopefully that we will be short of the actual figure. So we have always been very conservative with our estimations, so that again this figure we thought was going to be reality in 2021 has already been accomplished in 2015. As for the members, there is a commitment from the board of directors and everywhere that we will never bring up the price beyond inflation of the member prices. So all members shouldn't expect an increase beyond inflation. And why we shouldn't bring it up? Because there's this asset, this title right that we are going to monetize now, and this will help us, this will help members to stay with the same prices. And I would like to remind the journalists that have followed the finances of European clubs, we are one of the cheaper clubs in Europe for the members, and we want to keep them being like that. I would like to ask whether there is any project to have a space to pay tribute to Johan Cruyff. Yes, that's something we have foreseen. We also discussed that in the board of directors. We're not going to do it now. We're going to take some time to do this. But of course, in the whole space, in the whole Espai Barça and the whole Barça space, there will be a memorial for Johan Cruyff, as other people that have been important in the club. They will have that because they deserve it, and because what we are today in the football world wouldn't be possible without Johan Cruyff. Okay, so that was the press conference. We are going to close the event here. Now, thank you very much to all the attendants for coming here today, the viewers that have been watching us over the internet, over TV. We will be able to find out more details in the exhibition, which is next door to the Paris room. Everyone is invited. So thank you very much and good morning. Good afternoon. And now the former players, well, some of them were in the video about the history. They're also invited to come up to the stage to take a picture with the model.